What's going on YouTube? It's me, and today we are doing Scepter from HackTheBox, which is hard Windows machine. It's about Active Directory and mostly about ADCS. But before start box, actually let's say just this way. Nowadays HackTheBox release machines with credential, right? So but this machine is not, so we have to be extract some information before doing that. So before that I want to be run mmap scan first, but generally we're starting with with netexec SMB, and there's some the credential or something like that, and grab to something important files or users or something like that. But for this box it's not. So let me just copy the IP addresses and just go on, and I want to just run mmap scan -sc. Okay, this is interesting. So let me just run -sc for default script, sv enumerate version, and -vv for double verbose. And we just saw it seems like default Active Directory box, right? But we just saw here the port 2049, which is NFC port. NFC, it's really common ports to be hacking to something on, especially on CTFs. I don't know if it's on real life, but it's really common on HackTheBox and try hack me. But if you have no idea, you can also just check for NFC pen testing. So or you can also search for pen testing on 2049, which is pen testing NFC services. So it will be giving you everything you need to be about NFC, but we just all know how it's actually start, and we can just start with show mount -e because we want to be check with if there's some list if available for us. So let me just copy the IP addresses. So let me just run at this, and we just saw help desk is for everyone. So that means that we can use help desk list for us, and then try to be grab on our Kali, right? But before using NFC, you have to be watch out something which is really important, I think. So you have to be careful about it, because it can fuck it up on your directory, and it so it could be laggy, and you may want to search on this one, because when we are just using here NFC, we are just transfer somewhere to something, so it will not work on the normal user. So the first of all I want to just check. So the mmap scan, it's just default $80, but we just have the different one as the port 2049, right? So which is NFC. So there's the how to transfer data. I'm gonna be show you in the best way. So the first of all, we have to create two files on as user. Okay, so please be attention here. These are really important. We have to create two directory with let's call first one is NFC directory, and then second one is NFC out. So we will transfer data here and then copy there, of course. And let me just then try them first, right? So then the second part, you have to be root on your machine, and then we just have to be waited for the transfer data. So then we just have to use as user again, as user sudo and mount, and okay, so this is how I'm actually always using, but that's not important too much, so you can just using the same way to here. Okay, so let me just use it then, and it's guessing password, and you will be see here in a minute, and then it's everything we need, it's on the NFC there. So but we are created NFC there and NFC out, so it can be fucked up everything. So I'm gonna be CP everything here before I'm done on I just want to be go on NFC out. So then after that's all, we can just the fun fact, the remove and remove -r NFC there then. So and you will be see here and use it's on read only file system, so we have not accessed it yet. So what if I do with remove -r and the NFC there, and then let's check what is coming on, and then you will be see here it's just say read only file system. It's because we are just transferring this data from NFC, so it cannot be done, so it can be fucked up your terminal, so please watch out of that. So This is nice. So, and as the sudo, we can just run in here sudo here, and then go for NFC out, and then this our data is over here, right? So now we are getting here really important files, which is pvx. So it's remind us the pv and the ADCS, right? Active Directory Certificate Services. So generally after we've done some ADCS, we are grab the pvx file and authentication it and try to grab file, right? So for example, we can just try certify AD and let's call this authentication dash pvx, and then let's grab here one pvx file, for example for Clark, right? So and let me just do it, and it says okay, so there's the typo, of course. And then it says our could not find a target. So we have to give it here target, which is the, for example, DC IP, and it says our invalid password or PKCC 12 data. So we have to grab some password for them. So so far it's not seems like possible to be cracked. That I mean, we are not just cracking, so we are just authentication, right? So and we just saw. We cannot authentication on Clark, Lewis, and Scott or something like that. But it's not important. We can still you know, to be read and learn some information about the on the DC, of course. And then we can just say, let's say just this way. For example, we can just use here open SSL, of course, and then let me just run it at which I just ran it before, and you will see here. We are just trying to get it here Baker cert file, and the grabbing something. So let me just do it on without f grabbing, and let's see what it's gonna be giving us. And you will see here we are grabbing some really important data. For example, we can hear the subject, and the SA name is D Baker. So we just learned they are using the usernames as the first initial and the last name. So, but if you want to be checking here, so and you will see here is Baker. So the Baker is not the access username on the DC, right? So we just learned it here. It's D Baker. And if you want to be scroll down, and you will also grab some more important data like on the LD app. They're just called DC01SA. Right, so and then you will be here in the email, and then we can hear that dbaker.scepter.hdb or something like that, right? So this is really important. So before that, let me just run it exec smb, and let me give 10 10 11 65, and you will be see here we are just grab it there, and the DC01 and the domain is scepter.hdb. Before I forget, let me create my etc host file, and then just for this we can use netexec modules and generate host file, and you will be see here we just create our etc host file. And now let's grab some more information and enumeration the data first, and let's see you know what we can do with this pvx or the cert files or something like that. At this box, it took my like 15 or 20 minutes to be doing nothing, to be honest. So then I realized I can just use it here. We have pvx file. So then I just run if we can grab this the hash of this pvx files, and I just research if we have pvx to John, and then you will be see here John has this module, and we can just use it. And you will be see here it's just called as pvx to John, and you can also use that, but it should be already on Kali Linux, of course, and we can convert it to hash and try to crack it. Because of what? So let me show you. Open SSL, and if we will do it here, or set by 80. If you are trying to do set by 80 here, it says our invalid password. So before we do them, we have to grab some data first. So let me just use pvx to John, and then let's just use Scott pvx, and then save it as Scott hash. After that, all Scott.hash, and it says there are no password hashes left. So okay, this is interesting because this is mean. You I think I know why. Maybe I I just did before, that's why, right? So let me just try this code pfx to Clark, and then Clark hash and Joan Clark hash dash dash wordless and user share wordless bracket txt. Okay, so we just got it. So Clark pfx files, we have our first create. So for this, I want to just go on here, make there Scepter 2, and let me go Scepter 2 here, Sulum tags nodes.txt, and let me just save it here, and we are on. So new password, we got the pfx files password is new password, so we just learn it here. So and then that means we just grab our first data. So let me show you. Let me run certpy80 again, and it says our invalid password or pkcs to valve data. It says, right. So for the be check it down, we can just use OpenSSL and then pks to valve, and let's say in this way Clark pfx and try to be read info. What if I give you here the bad password, like blah 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 blah, and it says our invalid password? So what if I give you here just password and it says our invalid password? So let me just do it in the same way, but giving or the password of the new password, and you will be see here we got here the information about this pfx file. So this is me, right? So for example, it's for Clark, and we just learned here the Clark name is the M Clark, and issued by the internal as a extracting certificate and K from Clark pfx, right? And we can just do it here in the same way, and for the other way, right? So I'm nowadays, so far I'm just doing something proof, right? So let's say in this way, for example. So we are just doing here the same way on the Clark pfx, and then let me convert it on with no case, of course, and let me just out it on the Clark cert.pem file, and I will try to be correct pfx file again, and I will see if it's really work. So it seems like work, right? So now with no certs, and try to be grab on Clark pem, and it says it's valid. So the new password is work for every cert, and in here we didn't give K. So it's here we have K. In here we didn't give certs. We have here cert. So that means if we can give cert of Baker and with the K is Baker K, then we can create pfx file of Baker. So this is so simple like that. So let's say in this way, so we can just use OpenSSL, and let's call this pkcs, and then giving here the Baker cert, and for K Baker K, and authentication on Baker pfx. So it says our enter pass praise for Baker K, so we have to be given here new password, and the export password we can just give in here blank, nothing I mean. So you'll be see here we got Baker pfx file. So let me do authentication on it, and then let me see if it's really work, and then or if it grabs some error. So let's see which error we are just getting here, and if we can fix it or something like that, you know. Let's see. So we got the Kerberos cloud security grid account. So it just means or machine account time, and the target machine account is just not matching. So we can just use fake time commands, and we will get here the Baker NTLA hash just in this way. So nice, we got our first correct. So now I want to be just go here at Scepter 2 and doing everything here, because NFC is really annoying and we can fuck it up your terminal sometimes. So I don't want to do this, to be honest. Not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. So let me just close the demo also, and let's see. So we just run before netexec smb, and now we can just do for the Baker, and we got here his NT hash in this way, right? So now we just got it here, and it says yeah, it's really worked. which is cool. What if I do it dash users, and then if we have some interesting description on the SMB, right, and or we can just create the usernames list within this way, but there's nothing interesting. But at least we just grab here the username list. So let me show you how I am actually creating username list after dash users, and then we net exec users. The first I did, so stay with them. So we are just trying to grab the find value here. So I'm just going here up and then print and it means print the fifth value and save it as users.txt. And you will see here we grab users.txt. So let's check in this way dash shares. I'm not doing the password spray because we have hash not password, right? And then let me see. So we have the read permission on net login and system full. I don't think so those are important, but let me just run spider plus sometimes some GPG some GPP the password file in it, so in the XML, and maybe sometimes it could be important, but for now it's not. So the second thing, so we can just run it here net exec ld app, but be attention to be run it as the DC name, which is DC01 Scepter.hdb, and let's see. So let me just check if something interesting in it, and nothing. Like, so we have nothing interesting yet in this shares. The fun fact is we have LD app access, and we can just dump bloodhound data with net exec modules dash bloodhound dash DNS server, and giving the IP addresses 10, 10, 11, 65, and collection all methods here, and we will be grab all bloodhound data. And I just already uploaded because it can take a time like 5 minutes, so I don't want to be like make a long video here first. Let me just check. We owned the baker, so and remove the own it and add the own it here, and then we just done, and we just saw it's, let me see if member of. So first, nothing interesting yet, and we have staff. The good things is we have force change password, and then on a.carter, and it also has output object control, and then it can do the member of IT support, and IT support can generate all staff access certificates, and they have just one user, it's the baker. So it seems like Orway the baker to the baker, but after we change the password of a caterer, and what we can do for the baker. So we just learning here. After we change password as the baker and his as a character password, we can do generic all on staff access certificate, and then we can contains on the baker. But the fun fact is here, the what could be important about staff access certificate, right? And the second important thing is here, you know, we just grab this hash from pfx file, so it's remind me ADCS. So sometimes nothing in the bloodhound everything you look for. So you sometimes before start you may want to check -m ADCS, right? So and then you will be see here we got it. So it's there's something, right? So set pi ad fine. Let me just run. Okay, this is interesting. Holy shit. Okay, so maybe this is the same that I did with the fine, you know? Oh my goodness, man. This is bullshit, you know? Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Okay, it's here. Now I am looking for the baker, and with his hash, I'm giving the target as scepter.hdb, and the vulnerable, I'm just looking for vulnerable things on this DC IP. So let me just run it, and then let's see what we are getting here, right? And yeah, we got it. It's escalation 9. But escalation 9 is not same thing as you're looking for on the you know, and it's not under as a thing, you know, it's like escalation or something like that. So we have to read something more. So for example, if you can look setpi on the GitHub on the wiki port, and you will be see here. So it's just about, and you can just check if we want to just scroll down, and then you will be see here you can update the users, you know, to the update users UPN to target users, and then after that's all, you can dump the target users NTLM hash. I mean, so the target users PVX file here. So for example, let me say in this way. So if we have escalation 9, so if we have escalation 9, that means we can update or target users UPN with or UPN. So then after that's all, if we can requesting the PVX file of the or user, for example, D Baker, right? Because we have on this, because we changed his password. And if we can requesting his PVX file and dump it, and if we authentication this PVX file, we will grab the targets, I mean, which user we update the UPN, we can authentication them, yeah, the anti-hash, right? So this is the first thing about the escalation 9, first of all. And we just saw over here we have generic all on step access, right? So after we changed a Carter password as the Baker, we can just do generic all step access certificates and change the, I mean, so the update the mail of the Baker or the victim user and with the target user, and then we can dump after we dump the Baker PVX, we can dump the or target user. So the first of all, we have to know which target user we have to go, right? So generally on HackTheBox machine, our goal is to be grab user.txt, and for that one, I'm gonna use remote management users which can access WinRAM, and it's HBrown. So we have to go HBrown first. So this is our target. So we are the Baker, okay? We will change password of a Carter, and then a Carter will so let's say in this way will update mail of the Baker, and the Baker PVX file, okay, so let's say in this way as HBrown, and then the Baker PVX file authentication will give us HBrown, let's say in this way HBrown anti-hash, right? So this is our target. But before do this, let's verify something, right? So the first of all, I just want to be run here Power VF, because I wanna you know to verify something. So this is how I use giving domain, username, hash, DC, IP, and if there is no SMB authentication, you can use LDAP authentication. Okay, to be verify it, I need the commands. I will check on my Notion, of course, because I can't, but me, I cannot run it on, and this is the same way. So this is bullshit, right? So I have to do it on my Notion notes. Otherwise, it's bullshit. So let me just go on here. Okay, let's see here. So let me copy that all, and then it will be giving us after I give it that one, and it's Cesar, and we have the everything we need here. We observe that the certificate template recurs to user's email address and when submitting certificate request. Because of this, we need able to modify email attribute of user who is allowed to enroll using his template, especially a member of staff group. And which is the staff group is here. We can just go on there and looking for staff group. And then let's check in this way, and let's check members, and it's the Baker. So we have to update the Baker email to be grab hbrown anti-hash, right? So this is how we can do it for the get his the target account. So after you check this get AD object the properties on this one alt security identifies, and you will be see here it's hbrown. So we need to read something about escalation 9, and if you want to read something escalation 9, you have to read about escalation 14, which is here, and you can just do the altered security attribute. So the altered security attribute which we are just giving here, and it's hbrown, and we have to go him before with alt security identifies, which is here. So this is the first part we need. So if everything ready, let's go. We have to do the Baker output object control first, and it's force change password of a character. Let me do it first, and we can just call it this as on this way. Let's say in this way, bloody 80, and okay. So we need to change the password of a character with his new password 123 with bloody 80. It's really easy. Then after that all, we can just use generic all. Now we have owned a character, and we can just go on output object control, and we have generic all, and then you can use it here declared it says and this command should be that one equal to, and then now we have the generic all on this, so which is cool. Then after that's all, we can use a character to we have now if it is generic all on staff access certificate, so that means we have full privilege on staff access Scepter, and if it contains the Baker, so we we update his mail, right? So let me update his mail, and it was in this way. So we just need to give his password a character and new password of him, and set object the maker to hbrown at scepter.hdb. Okay, so it's done. So then after that's all, we can just do escalation 9 here, but we already done update command with bloody 80, so we just don't need it. So we can only use it here requesting port, and then let me requesting on the setpoint 80 with the fake time, of course. And okay, so we have to do it in this way. Of course, we have to do it on this way. So before done this, let me run setpoint 80 again to find command, of course, and then let me show you what we are using here. So we are just giving here username the Baker because we have on hash, and then the target and SA name, and the template name is here important. So SA name is coming from here, and the template name is coming from here. So after we just run it, and you will see here we will grab pvx file of the Baker. And then after that's all, if we can enumerate the Baker and then try to be authentication the Baker pvx, and then we will grab here authentication the baker here, but the baker PVX with domain and DC IP, but we have to be giving here username, which is hbrown, and let's say in this way, and we will grab the hbrown NT hash. Before done is everything, so you just may wanna watch out the cleanup script, but we just grab here new target, and let's say in this way net exec smp, let's say, so we can just use his hash and for user hbrown, let's say in this way. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, so we got it here. Status account is redirection. So we just know he is remote management user. So WinRM should work, but it's not. So and then you will be see here if we want to go on hbrown, and we already own him. So add the own it, and looking for the hbrown members. We have on remote management users, right? And there's another interesting things is here, like we have, you know, there's something important like we have something important like we are a member of CMS, help desk admins, and then protected users, something like that. So we are on the protected users. And now let me see, in this way, maybe we can use something like on SMB with dash key maybe. Okay, this is interesting. We are not on it yet, so let me just grab at his cache file. After that authentication, it should giving us the cache file, of course, and we got it here as Kirby TGT. And then you have to be change the etc Kerberos 5 configuration file with this, and then after that's all. I think the fake time will work, of course, on you know, the evil win RAM, and then it should work. Let me see. Okay, that's fine, it's work. And let me go to desktop here and the type user.txt. Okay, we got it here, and let me just run here tier, and let me go on the C tab if something interesting, and we got it here help desk. I really don't know if it's important, but let me just go on here. I'm looking for there, and it's just from CRT and a PPX file which we are on before. So before do this everything, I think we can just look for something interesting like net users hbrown we have, right? Okay, so this is the same things we are grabbed from Bloodhound. Nothing interesting yet, maybe, but we already own something, right? What if I do this? So the CMS seems like interesting, so we can do to looking for the do them as the same way. We can just go for let's say in this way. So we can also check it with the bloody 80, and it says our description is certificate management services, and it's remind me ADCS again, to be honest, but I don't know if it's that one. And let's say in this way. Maybe we are not grab more information here yet. Let me upload Power View first, and I'm looking for something because this part is really important for some reason, to be honest. Okay, let me upload it. I'm looking for something. Now for this one I will check my write-up again because I explained everything here more great, and you'll be see here. Okay, so the first of all we have to be imported it, and after we import it I will explain everything. Okay, so Power View PowerShell 1. Oh yeah, of course we cannot upload it on C tab. This is mean, you know. We are dumb, to be honest. I'm dumb. So after that all, I just check it. The CMS file is everything here we need. I will explain right now. I will explain it. I will explain in a minute. So this part is important again. PowerView PowerShell 1, and then let me run it that, and you will be see here. So okay, nice. So let me find it first. Okay, it's not here. Okay, it's can take a time. That's okay. Okay, so there's, for example, p-atoms here, the object DN. It's okay, so it should be somewhere. Okay, so on this here we have object DN on the p-atoms, and it's calling from helpdesk enrollment certificate, which is scepter.htb on the, for example, on the DC, of course. And if we say here active directory recs, we have generic all again, but it's not showing us on here. And then let's looking for which p-atoms can do. I wanna be check it here on output object control, and you will be see here his member of replication operator, and it can full privilege, like it gets changed all on the DC actually. So and then we can just doing on the same way the step access certificate right here, which we are already done before, and then step access certificate, and then it was contains on the baker, and then we can just go for on this. So and then we have write permission again on this one with generic all, of course, right? So we just learned about here, which is important there, and we have full privilege is on the here. So if you want to be check it here on the privileges which is here, and you will be see here the same thing. We are looking for alt security and the same way. So this is the same commands we just need to be do as the same way. So this is the important part actually. So for this way I generally using the PowerView, but I just learned after I saw it. It's really not needed. So and we can just do, for example, so we can just use PowerView here as hbrown. So let me actually, to be honest, let me use it. Okay, okay, list. Okay, let me export it, let me use it, and then after that set AD object as p-atoms, the set it alt security identifies, which is here because we have full privilege with generic all, and to give it as the p-atoms. We have already hbrown, but we will add p-atoms also. So we have to be do it on here. Then after that all, you can just check to get AD objects in the same way, you know, on the, let's say in this way, get AD object. Okay, and the properties which is equal alt security identifies, and you will be see here now p-atoms already there, but you can also done with the bloody 80, and then after we done it, it should be here entry already exist. Okay, so we have to export it first, and you will be see here invalid credential we got. Okay, this is really mean, and to be honest, I don't care. So then after that we will use in the same things we use it. So now we have to use in the same thing we use it, like the baker, and then his force change password, and let me use it, to be honest, the first, and then declare it again, of course. Then after that all, we will the update mail just now for p-atoms. Okay, we have to be give the scepter.htb, of course. Okay, this is mean. Okay, what the fuck? Okay, Am I doing something wrong maybe? I really don't think so. Okay, this is mean, you know. Nice. So now we update the Baker mail as P Adams mail, and we already done before. And let me use fake time requesting again in the same way, because we will requesting the Baker PVX file, and the Baker PVX file will giving us the P Adams hash after we authentication, of course. And yes, of course I won. And let me authentication it, but we have to be give username as P Adams right now. Okay. Huh? You sure? Okay, maybe it's P Adam, you know? What was it? Okay, it's P Adams. To be honest, it should work. Okay. Let's say in this way. You know what? I don't care. Unset that one maybe. Remove the Baker PVX. And let's do everything from scratch. So let's set password first and giving that one. And let's update email. And requesting game, you know. Okay, now authentication. What the hell? No fucking shit. This is mean, you know. Okay, so maybe I'm doing something wrong. I don't think so, but let's see. Oh, wait. How did I change the email? P Adams. Yeah, I did. P Adams. P Adams, I did, you know? This is mean. Okay, so maybe it's about it. Let me check. Catch it? Huh? Okay. Okay, let me do everything from scratch. Let me do everything from scratch. You know, because this is maybe mean, you know. Okay. Yes, the cleanup script of HackTheBox. This is mean, you know. So now we got P Adams hash, and we just know it's the P Adams, we owned him. So, and you will be see here he has get chainsaw, so it means we can use secret stuff, but I don't know what I use, of course. Let me use netexec smb and p.adams and dash hash and giving his hash, and let me see if it's work first, and then dash ntds, of course. So if we can use secret stuff, we can also use ntds, you know, who cares. It says access denied, but it's bullshit. Now we dump everything we need of this box. To be honest, I just feel I didn't explain everything great on the second part, but I tried my best with the first part, and thank you for watching.